What's up guys, it's your boy Moto Dude. Welcome back to the new video. And in case of you guys who do not know, I have been riding bikes since I was 18 years old. I have lots of experience with the bikes we're going to be talking about today. And in today's video, we're going to try to explain to you which of the bikes is meant for you. The first generation MT09, second generation MT09, third generation MT09, or the fourth generation MT09. Which one should you get? First things first, the first generation MT09, the 2014 F09 as it was called at the time, was a very raw, aggressive bike. And it still is, if you get one in a very minty condition, especially with the stock exhaust. There was something about those bikes with the stock exhaust. It felt so grunty, so raw, so punchy in the face. I think that's the best way of describing it. The torque from those bikes always hits you in the face like this, If you didn't have an exhaust, you could feel it more. It was so much more aggressive, but then with the exhaust, it sounded more aggressive, but then, it doesn't just hit as much as the stock exhaust. For some reason, even though a bike is supposed to sound better with an exhaust, this bike actually was much more aggressive because it just felt like something was moving you through space and time. You couldn't hear it, but you could feel the torque and the energy and everything that this bike was moving you with. So it's very aggressive, it's very nonchalant, and it's not really a calm bike that a beginner should try to get on, especially when you turn off all the traction control and put it in the most powerful, in the most aggressive mode. It's even more crazy. This is a bike that I would only recommend to somebody who's well over an intermediate level. He's maybe into his second or third bike and he wants to get an MT09. Yeah, the second generation, this happens to be most of the sweet spots for a lot of riders that have actually ridden the MT09 platforms. This is sort of the sweet spot. It looks the best, it had more colors, it had most amount of modifications that could be done to it, and it was generally just accepted by everybody. Once Yamaha released that bike, it was accepted by everybody. Everybody loved it. It sold so much across the globe, and it was a bike that sounded so good because of its quick shifter. That quick shifter was one of the things that drew people to the bike. The sound and the back pressure that quick shifter created, anytime you shifted, it rewarded you for literally pushing the bike. Like, there was nothing else out there that really did that at the time. It rewarded you. So anytime you bang through the gears, it was like, oh my god. It was something, especially when you paired it with a very good exhaust, a full system exhaust. It was melodies upon melodies upon melodies. As my friend Benanza actually described it to me, he actually named this MT09 Melody. The bike rewards you, literally. Anytime you pushed it, anytime you rode it on its edge, the bike literally rewarded you for everything. And it was something that was like the winning secret for Yamaha when it came to the MT09 and that model specifically. The 2017, 2018, 2019, and then the third generation came by. Yamaha had downgraded in terms of looks. The bike did not look up to date. It didn't match the standard that the second generation set, and people were really let down. It was like that in sales too. There weren't so many of those bikes actually sold in the market, like compared to the second generation. People were actually holding on to their second generation MT09s now because they knew that people were not going to buy the new one, so they would up the prices of the second generation. It's something that happened actually. So the third generation, my thoughts on it, it's a very aggressive bike, but it's toned down. For an MT09, it's very smooth, very linear. That punch that the first generation and second generation had, the third generation had smoothened it out. So you could get into that power band in a much more calm, in a much more aggressive way if you wanted it to. It was much more predictable compared to the second generation, compared to the first generation. The first generation was like the worst when it comes to predictability. The first generation was the worst. So the third generation is one of those bikes that I felt like this bike, I could ride it and have it for years because it was very smooth. It had the modes, it had the traction control, and even the SP version of that was very, very sophisticated in a sense that you could use it for everything. Like, you could use it to do everything. Track riding, street riding, weekend riding, and even commuting to work. Like, that bike was really it. when it comes to performance, it was really everything that people really needed. It's just that people did not like the looks of it. They had the bulb eye thing. Now the fourth generation comes out, and the first few weeks of it coming out, it was very polarizing. People were like, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if it's a good fit. But people generally accepted it, and it was much more pleasing to look at than the third generation. It had a new tank, it had a new seat, it had a new front-end design, new dash, and it had the IMU from the Yamaha R1. So it had the lean sensitive traction control and everything. It's a good bike. It's a very good bike in terms of electronics, and even in the looks department, it was okay. It wasn't too bad, it wasn't too good. People still tend to go back to the second generation. That's to tell you how badly they really like the second generation. It wasn't too much and it wasn't too little. In terms of the looks, in terms of performance, in terms of adaptability, in terms of predictability, everything you needed it to be, the second generation was like really close to being there. Now the fourth generation comes out and it's okay, it's decent, but then the SP model takes it a step further, in a sense that you thought the third generation was a bike that could do it all right. The fourth generation is even better. Better ride-by-wire throttle, better brakes, better clutch systems, different types of suspension settings, cruise control. It was a really put together bike. And when you saw all the videos on YouTube with other people comparing the MT09SP to other bikes in this class, it was easily just beating everything. 890 Dukes, Ducati V2s, Streetfighter V2s. Like, it was really up to par when it comes to doing everything. Mountain riding, street riding, track riding, weekend rides, touring, and even commuting. Like, that bike was something that you could use to do everything, every single thing. It literally spoils all types of riding for you, because like, what other bike, I mean, apart from supermotos, what other bike can you actually use to do everything? Like, what other bike? Every bike sort of has its downfall here and there, but with the MT09SP, with especially the fourth generation, with just a few tiny modifications, and you've got the perfect bike that can do almost everything, except maybe hard enduro or trail riding. That is basically to sum it up. Like, there's so many things and upgrades when it comes to from the first generation MT09, second, third, fourth. There's so many upgrades, and the Yamaha MT09 has come a long way when it comes to electronics and rider aids and all of that stuff. It has come a very long way, but the thing is, people still tend to go back to that aggressive, that raw bike that is always going to try and kill you if you are not up to scale to ride it. And people like that, you know. The new bikes and new machines, new cars that are coming out, they're all so tamed and so mellow and so relaxing to get in. It's cool, but people want, especially enthusiasts, always want that raw, extra aggressive side to a machine. That's like, I want to be able to feel like this machine will kill me if I'm not paying attention. You get me? People always want that in their machines so that they don't get too comfortable. If you get comfortable on a bike, that is when the bike actually kills you. If you get too comfortable in the car, that is when the car actually kills you. So people always tend to go back to the second generation or the first generation. Like, they don't even look at the newest ones anymore. Like, it's crazy that's what's happening now, but it's the reality. So I hope that this video sort of puts some clarity on this debate and which one you should actually go in for. If you're the type of person that just wants something that does everything, like it just does it comfortably with a few modifications, a windscreen here, an exhaust here, a silencer here, bar end mirrors here, and you're good to go, don't even waste your time. Go for the fourth generation or the third generation MT09. Those bikes would last you years. Like, I can see somebody riding that bike for like 4 or 5 years and not even getting tired of it, because it does the wheelies, it does street riding, it does track riding, it does commuting, and you can even get a passenger behind you. Like, it does so much. But if you're the type of person that wants a bike that is aggressive, you already have a bike, you want something that is for the weekend, you want something that would scare you, that would put you in that adrenaline state, go straight to the first generation or the second generation. You can find these quite cheaper now as compared to when they came out. You can find very good deals on these bikes now, and it's a lot of value for money. So it's one of those things. If you're the type of person that wants something that does it all, go for the newer MT09. If you're the type of person that wants something that is aggressive, you want a weekend bike, you want a once in a while type of bike, go for the older model and then spec it up. That's what I would recommend. I hope you guys have found this video very informative and you know, you've been able to get some help out of it. If you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up and comment down below which model you think you want to get. And if you guys want to see more of this, make sure you subscribe down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one, okay? Peace out.